Welcome to the ASU University Service Learning Service Goals presentation. Every University Service Learning student will create service goals to provide focus for their service activities, clarify expectations of their supervisors, and ensure the impact of their service in the community. During this presentation, you will learn the purpose of making service goals, what goals and objectives are, how service goals are submitted and approved, when you will revisit these goals, and then helpful examples of service goals and objectives. Creating service goals helps you determine what you aim to accomplish this semester. These should be a roadmap to what you will do and hope to accomplish through your service activities for your organization and the population you serve. Remember, service goals are created by all students participating in USL courses. Typically, this assignment occurs in the first third of the semester, and your internship supervisor should be involved in the creation of these goals. Please check your course syllabus for exact deadlines. What are goals and objectives, and how do you measure them? How will the service you provide benefit your organization or population before the end of the semester? Creating service goals will ensure that you clearly identify the intended outcome of your service internship activities. Your goals should help to drive what you can accomplish that alleviates the need for your organization or the population that you serve throughout the semester. Setting goals is a common professional practice, and in your USL internship, you will be able to track your accomplishments. What is a goal and how do you make one? Remember, service goals must benefit the organization or the population served by your internship. Personal goals for your benefit are explored in the pre- and post-service reflection assignments and should not be included in your service goals. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines a goal as the end toward which effort is directed. This means that you must think of the outcome of your service as your goal or goals. A goal will keep you on track to accomplish what you plan within the time that you've already dedicated to your service organization. Note, the goal should not be your service hours themselves for the course or individual tasks, but should be what is accomplished within those tasks described in the service internship that appears on MyUSL. An example of a service goal could be 10 unemployed refugees will obtain employment after participating in 3 job skills trainings. For the USL service goals assignment, each student must identify a minimum of 3 service goals they will pursue throughout their semester-long service internship that aligns with their service internship position. How does an objective relate to a goal? Objectives are the actions you will take to work towards your goal. Each of the 3 required goals for the service goals assignment must have between 3 and 4 objectives identified. Objectives must appear in full sentences and typically start with an action word like develop, create, communicate, or organize. If a student's goal is to assist 10 refugees in finding employment, some objectives for this goal could be research existing job skills curriculum, develop or update a job skills curriculum, facilitate 3 job skills trainings, create a survey to track employment after the job skills training, or administer surveys for refugees that participated in that training. How do you know if you accomplished your goal? Well, measure it. Measurement allows you to know if you have achieved your goal. It is the quantification or summation of an action, task, or process. Measurement should illustrate what you have accomplished for each service goal. Measurements for your goals should directly align with your service goal and objectives. For example, if one of your objectives is to call donors to request paint supplies for a mural, then the measure could be the number of donors you call or the amount of supplies you collected. Measurement should be a numeric value, such as the number of students that participate in a tutoring program, or the number of collected or distributed items, or number of lessons created in a curriculum. What tool will you use to capture what you want to measure? Some examples of tools that can capture what you're measuring, like student participation, include sign-in sheets, applications, tests, and assessments. Once you have a tool that captures the measurement, then you will actually need to keep track of that measurement. There are many ways that you can track your measures, and there may already be a system in place within your organization to capture what you want to measure. A common tool could be just a simple Excel document. Please talk with your internship supervisor for other measurement and tracking ideas. How do you submit your service goals, and who approves them? The service goals form appears in the My USL system. It is an electronic form that will be submitted through My USL. Please note, this form will only appear to you if your internship selection, or ISF, has been approved by your supervisor. Instructions regarding the service goals assignment can be found on your USL course Blackboard, along with a grading rubric. Please review both of these documents before starting your assignment. You are also highly encouraged to meet with your internship supervisor to discuss your service goals prior to submission. It may take up to a week to schedule time to meet with your supervisor to discuss your service goals prior to submission. Please be proactive in contacting your supervisor to request a meeting. After submitting your service goals, you will receive an email notifying you that you have successfully submitted your service goals. Your submission will first be reviewed by your USL instructor, and then once approved, will be reviewed by your internship supervisor. You will receive an email notifying you that both have reviewed your service internship goals. If your service goals form is not approved by either your instructor or supervisor, then it may require you to edit the form based on feedback. Please see the USL handbook for instructions in editing your submitted service goals. What happens to your service goals after they are submitted and approved? Your service goals will be revisited throughout your USL course and the semester. Your USL supervisor will complete at least one performance evaluation for you during the semester. Supervisors use your service goals as a benchmark to determine what you have accomplished during your service or where you may have opportunities to grow. You can use your service goals to highlight accomplishments on your resume, and you will be asked to revisit your service goals and what you accomplished during your post-service reflection assignment. It is suggested that you review your service goals form in My USL regularly throughout the semester to keep yourself on track. An example of a service goal, objectives, and measurable outcomes are provided in the final section of the presentation. More examples appear in the service goals assignment instructions on your Blackboard. This is an example of an education-focused goal. Goal 1 would be to provide at least 5 children additional assistance with homework completion, 2 hours per week each for 14 weeks. A minimum of 140 total contact time with children helping with homework. Objective 1, develop a reward system for the children to attend homework hour consistently. Objective 2, communicate with each child's teacher to measure improvements of % of homework turned in. Objective 3, develop activities and learning tools to ensure the children understand the concepts taught in their homework, so inevitably the children will be able to complete their homework without assistance. Objective 4, create a reward system and learning activities that make learning fun and exciting for the children. Some measurable outcomes could be the number of contact hours spent with each child working on their homework times the number of children, number of homework assignments completed during the session, or the increased amount of homework turned in to the teacher. This is an example of a goal for a food pantry internship. The goal would be distribute 100 food boxes to low-income individuals and families in Phoenix. Objective 1, assemble food boxes according to your supervisor's instructions. Objective 2, research healthy recipes that can be made with non-perishable food box items. Objective 3, create a healthy recipe resource flyer to include in the food boxes. Objective 4, call businesses to request donations for non-perishable and perishable food items. The measurable outcomes could be the number of food boxes created, number of individuals receiving food boxes, number of families receiving food boxes, or the amount of overall food that was donated. During this presentation, you learned the purpose and benefits of creating service goals, the definition of a goal and an objective, how to submit service goals and how they are approved, when you will be revisiting your service goals and other ways to use them, and an example of a service goal, objectives, and a measurable outcome.